In today's video, we're going to be unboxing, installing, and reviewing the EXTREMERATE PS4 Controller Dawn Remap Kit. This kit is customizing your PS4 controller with a grip and also 4 programmable back buttons. EXTREMERATE was actually nice enough to send me this kit for free in return for a review. So if you're watching EXTREMERATE, thank you so much for this opportunity. I really appreciate it. I'll include all the Amazon links and their official website links in the description below. So a few things before we get into the unboxing of this product. First, there are 2 different ways to install this product. First up is you can solder some parts of this kit inside your controller, which gives you the ability to map L3, R3 and the touchpad to one of your back buttons. Second way, which is the way I'm going to be doing it, is to avoid the soldering process. All that means is you cannot map L3 and R3 and the touchpad to one of the back buttons on your controller, but you can still remap any other button on the controller to your back buttons. Secondly, this kit is only compatible with the following models of PS4 controllers: JDM 40, 50 and 55. The way we're going to do this video is we're going to first unbox it and see what's included. Secondly, I'm going to give you guys a step-by-step installation of this product on my PS4 controller. And third, we're going to take it into some Black Ops 4 custom games and kill some bots just to test how good this kit performs. So I guess let's get started off with the unboxing. Okay, here we go. Let me move some stuff out of the way. I've actually had this for a little while now and I haven't even peeked, which how lame is that? These are the parts we're going to be installing. There's a small ribbon, which I know there's a lot of parts here, guys, but trust me, I've watched a few videos and it doesn't look that hard. That's why there's the buttons that go into the back, the pry bar. There's some extra parts too. All these are not going to be installed. So here's the other board. And here's a step-by-step instructions as well. There's a lot of instructions, but also this covers the soldering process, which we are not going to do. Now, I ordered a red tactical grip on this, so let's see if they gave it to me. Oh my god, they did. Look at that. I am so excited. Oh. Holy crap, I am excited. Okay, that is good. That is nice. Now, can you imagine this? I've only got my pure black controller because I love black and red. Look at that. That is going to look sick. So I guess let's get started off with installing this beautiful thing. So first things first is we are going to have to take apart our PS4 controller, which all it is undoing these 4 screws. Once we've got the 4 screws undone, you have to pry open your controller. Now the kit did come with a pry bar, but from my experience with these, taking them apart, I always like to use a small-headed flat screwdriver. A small flat-headed screwdriver. Okay, so we're just going to pry this open. If your controller hasn't been opened before, this is going to be a lot harder. I opened mine up yesterday just to prep it and stuff for this, and it was hard. It was really hard to get open. So you just want to follow it kind of around where you've got it cracked open. You just want to follow it around. Just get it, but when both sides are open like this, you can just kind of work your fingers in there and just work your screwdriver around. And it pops out kind of rough. Now, with that popped up, like, don't just go jerking on it. You're going to want to carefully pull this up. And this cord right here, this small ribbon, the white ribbon, you're going to want to slowly lift this up. Like, very carefully. Oh, I turned my PS4 on. No! There you go. Unplug that. Okay, with the ribbon undone, we're going to have to take the battery out. I just prefer to just pick it up. Mine doesn't come out very well. It's really stiff in there because I've never actually taken the battery out. So I don't want to wrench on this and break it. So I just kind of put this to the side like that. Then we are going to want to take off our flathead screwdriver and we are going to need to find a small one, the same one we used to take off the back, and you're going to want to remove this screw right here in the back of the battery cover right there. After undoing this screw, you can simply pull out the battery holder. Okay, now we've got the back battery cover off, we're going to need to remove this ribbon. It actually has a little pull tab up top, and I always have problems taking these out, so I had to put my fingers on either side and wiggle it side to side and kind of pull back gently, and it comes out. It just takes a hot minute. There it goes. Wahey! Okay, now that ribbon's out, we want to lift up this green board out of the controller. This can be a little bit stiff to get out. There we go. You have to jiggle it around. This is where, guys, you can find the model number of your PS4 controller. Look for the gold letters, which will tell you the JDM number of your controller. As long as it's 40, 50, or 55, your controller is compatible with this kit. Now simply remove the analog sticks to continue with installation. Okay guys, so now we are going to install this ribbon. Now how we're going to do it is we are going to line this up right here over these dots. As you can see, there is 2 small holes in the board, and you're going to want to line up the 2 holes on the ribbon with the 2 holes on the board like so. And just for some extra stability right here, we're actually going to add a little bit of double-sided tape right here, which is going to hold this ribbon in place a little bit better. So I got some double-sided tape here, guys. I'm going to put it across. I'm going to have to trim it a little bit more. I'm going to put it right across here so it goes next to this gold part right here. Like so. We're going to trim this a little bit off. Then we're going to put the ribbon with the words facing up, guys. Right on. So it lines up with the holes. Like so. I'm going to put some pressure. Boom. There we go. We got the ribbon on. Put the analog sticks back on and realign the green board with the pins on the back of the controller. Next up, look through your kit and find the small green board with the buttons attached to it. Okay, so we're going to want to make sure it's the black part that is up on this ribbon, and we are going to want to open the gate right here. So this black flap goes up, and we are going to want to push this in here, but be very gentle, okay, because it's a delicate ribbon. And then when it's in there, you push this down to secure it, like so. You get a little push, boom. Because we're not going to go the soldering route in this video, we are going to remove the unneeded L3 and R3 wires. Before removing any wires, make sure to look at the back of the board because every wire is labeled. Okay, with that step done, we are now going to install our battery cover. Right here, so we're going to flip our battery out the way. And we are going to take the screw out so we don't lose this. And we're just going to line the holes like right here. This drops in right here. Boom. Easy. Grab our screwdriver again. We're just going to insert this screw into the hole right there. Okay, so the front part is done. So now we need to concentrate on the back. So we're going to take all this stuff out right here and put it into the new one right here. This white bar lifts right up. And this should just pop right out. There it goes. And this slides out, I'm pretty sure. Yep. Then there's a small screw right here we're going to take out. Once that screw is undone, before you go pulling on this small part, make sure you undo the black tape that's on top of the green board. Then simply reinstall it on the new controller back. Now we've got this small board in, we're going to just assemble the rest of this stuff. This just slides backwards right in here like so. This doohickey goes right on this clamp right here and goes, and the white bar is what holds it all together. This goes, slides onto this clamp right here, and this comes over this side. Oh, it popped out there up top. There it goes. Goes in just like that. Sweet. So now moving back to the back, we need to cut off the extra terminals off the buttons. So these two, and the 2 on each of these. Okay, here we go. Okay, next you gotta move both boards together as shown in the video, and I do have footage showing me installing these buttons, but you really can't see what's going on because the parts are so small and my kind of hands are in the way. So I made up these images right here, and as long as you put the right button in the right spot as shown on the images with the right bracket on top, you're going to go through this really fast. It was really hard for me to do this around the camera that was in front of me and so on and so forth. So I strongly recommend putting one button in, then straight away putting the bracket on top. I initially tried to put all 4 buttons in at once and then put the brackets on top. That did not work. So take it one by one, guys, and you will get through this step easy. Okay guys, next up we're going to switch back to our flathead screwdriver, and we are going to take off this little bit of rubber right here on the back of our controller, this sticky thing. Yeah. Okay, we're going to put that to the side. Now we are going to align the LED right here on this board. It says LED right here. We're going to do this to this small hole in the back of this controller. We are going to, you see the small hole? We are going to align the LED on this board into that small hole. Okay, we just removed the double-sided tape off our board. We need to get this LED on this small hole in the controller. And don't cover the tape right here, this foil, because this is going to be our touch sensor to remap our buttons. So get this off to the side, kind of like I have right here. And we are going to try to align this LED onto this small hole as best as we can. There we go. Uh-oh. Look at all these parts, man. Okay, here's our touch thing. Okay, this is on. We're going to give it a little squeeze to make sure that it's going to stay. There we go. Let's hope to God that is aligned. It looks like it's going to be pretty damn close. And we'll undo this foil. Now we're going to stick this to the bottom of our controller. Like so. We're just going to stick it down. This tape on this thing isn't very good. It doesn't want to stay. Okay, so there's that. And there's that. Now we just got to put the controller back together. So we're going to just slip our battery in here. Let's turn this around. Okay, and now don't forget this ribbon. We've got to put this ribbon back in here. When putting this on, we're going to want our white facing to the left. Oh, this is awkward as hell. Okay. Wow. Doing this all together with all this stuff hanging out, you can really see how much change we've done to this controller. After a bit of trial and error and having to take a break, I finally got my controller back together. I could not get it to clip in like it was when we took it apart, all those clips were in. I could not get it to do that. So what I did is I got it really close and I just put the screws in. I squeezed it, put the screws in, and it's all together now. It looks perfect. There's no big gaps within the front and back. It looks like a factory made controller. So I guess now it's all put together. Let's get these back buttons put on. Inside your kit you have a small bag of triangular buttons, and in the background I have a very nice image showing you which way the buttons go and which button goes where. All the buttons are numbered, which is extremely convenient. So all you gotta do now is get the buttons and just line them up to the yellow squares in the back of the controller and just push them in until they click. Boom, it's that easy. So I guess next, let's map some buttons to our brand new back buttons and then take it into some Black Ops 4 custom games and see how well this new controller is going to perform. Alright guys, now our controller is all together, we are going to add some functionality to all our back buttons. So first we have to enter remap mode, which we can hold in where we put that foil on our controller, which is now a touch sensor. We can hold that in for a few seconds and this light is going to turn blue. So I think the way I want to do this is I want to put these both as jump and both of these as crouch. So I'm going to hold in this button right here, and then I'm going to hold in jump. You see that flash 3 times? That is now set. Now I'm going to hold in this one, and I'm going to hold in jump. That one is set. So I want this one to be circle. So I'm going to hold in this, hold in circle. That one is set. Hold in this and hold in circle. That one is set. Now, if you try to set it to a button you've already got it set to, for example, these are both A. If we hold in this and hold in X, you're going to see it's blinked red, which means we're just taking off the functionality off this paddle. So to pull it back, you just hold it in, push the button again, boom. So blue blinking lights means you've just set a function to these buttons. Red blinking lights means you've just removed it. And then to exit remapping mode, all we've got to do is hold in the touch sensor again. Boom. We are all ready to go. Alright guys, we are in game with our extreme rate back buttons installed. We are going to see how responsive and how good these back buttons perform. So we've got 2 buttons set as jump, and the other 2 set as crouch. It's been a while since I've been playing Black Ops 4. I'm a Modern Warfare guy, so this is going to be a bit hard to do, but we're going to try our best. Oh, yo, those are responsive. Okay, it's so weird. It's hard having the buttons versus the paddles. It's very different indeed. Because my scuff paddles, you go side to side, but these ones are up and down. So I think I'm going to keep my right finger on the bottom one, which is jump, and the top one on crouch. Let's see how well this does. Oh, yo, that was easy. Holy crap. Okay. I like that. Yo, these are very responsive. These are very responsive. Wow, okay, I'm impressed. So I guess let's talk about this actual product. It is very well made. I've used a ton of aftermarket controllers in my life. A ton on various different consoles. And this does not feel like an aftermarket controller. It feels really, really nice. I mean, it feels the same quality as my scuff. It really does. Like, it doesn't feel cheap. The reaction time on the buttons are really, really fast. It feels like a top-notch. Oh, look, that fail. This is going to take a bit of getting used to. It feels like a top-notch product. It really does. But then, I guess the big downside to this product is you have to take apart your PS4 controller to install it. And a lot of people aren't going to be down for that life. Because, I mean, even though the process wasn't very hard, you're still taking apart your controller, and people aren't going to want to do that if they can buy the PS4 back button attachment and use that hassle-free. But then again, with this kit, you've also got grip on your controller, and it's really, really nice grip. You've got grip, and also instead of just the usual 2 back buttons that you get with the PS4 back button set, with this one, you've got 4. And it doesn't make your control. Why can't I pick that up? There we go. I have to hold it in. So I guess you can easily weigh $30 to have 2 programmable buttons, or you can use $30 for 4 programmable buttons. Amazing grip on your controller, but you're going to have a little bit of time invested into taking the controller apart and potentially messing it up. Because even though the installation is easy, my friends, it's still always a chance, right, that you're not going to be able to get the controller back together. You're going to have some problems. I think that is unlikely, to be honest with you, because I did it my first try. I'm not really a big guy taking apart controllers, so you're going to have to weigh the pros and cons with that. But I'll tell you guys, if you guys decide to go this route, they are very responsive. The grip is very nice, and my controller works amazingly. It really does. So I guess, guys, that is it for my review of this product. Thank you so much for watching. This is my longest video I have made in a long time. So if you made it till the end, thank you so much for sticking with me for this long. Thank you so much for EXTREMERATE for reaching out and working with me on this video. I'm out, guys. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Peace out.